There's a moment right after your manifestation comes true when you realize you weren't quite ready for it. You visualized it. You wrote it down. You whispered it to the universe every night before sleep. And then it actually happens. But not in the soft, glowing, movie scene way you imagined. It hits you. Fast. Unexpected. Hard. And suddenly you're not the same person you were before. This is the story of what happens when manifestation hits too hard, and what to do when your dream feels almost too big to hold. For months, I lived and breathed the law of attraction. I'd wake up early to visualize, journal affirmations, and repeat phrases like, "I am ready for abundance." Everything I desire flows to me easily and effortlessly. At first, nothing happened. Then, slowly, subtle signs began to appear. A random opportunity. A stranger complimenting the exact thing I'd been insecure about. A door that had been closed for years suddenly cracked open. I thought I was ready, but I didn't realize manifestation doesn't just bring you what you want. It brings you everything connected to it. The lessons, the pressure, the transformation, the parts of yourself you haven't met yet. When your energy shifts, reality rearranges itself to match. But before it gives you the new, it often strips away the old. That's what people rarely talk about. Manifestation isn't just about receiving, it's about releasing what no longer aligns. Right before my biggest manifestation hit, everything in my life started to fall apart. Relationships crumbled. Opportunities vanished. People started acting strange, distant, irritated, or cold. I thought I was cursed. In truth, the universe was decluttering my path. Because sometimes, the version of you that asked for the manifestation isn't the same version who can handle it. Then, one day, it happened. The job I'd been dreaming about called me out of nowhere. The relationship I wanted finally showed up. Money began flowing like it never had before. It was everything I'd written on my vision board. Everything I had prayed for. And yet, it didn't feel like I expected it to. It was loud, overwhelming, demanding, like standing under a waterfall of energy I wasn't ready to drink. People started noticing me. My phone buzzed constantly. My responsibilities multiplied overnight. I remember thinking, wait, this is what I wanted? Why does it feel so heavy? Here's the truth. Manifestation doesn't just give you your desires. It gives you growth assignments attached to them. If you manifest abundance, you'll be asked to learn how to manage it. If you manifest love, you'll be asked to open your heart, even when it's scary. If you manifest success, you'll face tests of confidence, discipline, and self-worth. When manifestation hits too hard, it's usually because it's stretching you into a version of yourself that matches the new reality. And that process, the stretching, can hurt. It's like your old identity starts breaking at the seams. Your comfort zone collapses. Everything familiar dissolves. The dream doesn't just arrive, it demands that you rise to meet it. No one talks about the identity shock that comes with rapid manifestation. You wake up one day and realize you've become the person you always wanted to be, but part of you still clings to the old patterns. The self-doubt, the scarcity thinking, the fear of losing it all. It's disorienting, like you've been transported into your future self's life, but your subconscious hasn't caught up yet. You start questioning, am I good enough for this? Can I really handle this new reality? What if I lose everything I just gained? And that's when the universe goes quiet. Because now, it's not about attracting, it's about embodying. When manifestation hits too hard, what you're really experiencing is energetic integration. Your outer world has shifted faster than your inner world. You've stepped into a new vibration, but your nervous system is still living in the old one. This phase can feel confusing. You might feel anxious even though everything's going right. You might crave isolation, needing time to process. You might even start sabotaging your success, trying to shrink back to safety. But this is where the real spiritual work begins. You're not losing your way, you're learning to stabilize your new frequency. Here's what helps. Grounding daily, walk barefoot, meditate, breathe deeply. Anchor yourself in the present. Self-compassion. Remember, it's okay to feel overwhelmed by your blessings. Expansion can be emotional. Release control. Stop trying to manage your manifestations. Let them unfold naturally. Energetic maintenance. Affirm, I am safe in my success. Teach your body that abundance is normal. Manifestation often looks different in reality. It's not always glitter and instant joy. Sometimes it's full of adjustments, growth, and uncomfortable expansion. For example, the dream relationship teaches you vulnerability. The dream career tests your patience and leadership. The dream house forces you to declutter your life, literally and emotionally. Because manifestation is not about escaping who you are. It's about becoming more of yourself, in a higher dimension of truth. When the dream becomes real, you start to see that it's never been about getting things. It's always been about becoming aligned with your highest potential. Let me take you inside a moment that changed everything. A few months after my manifestation hit, I found myself crying in the middle of my beautiful, newly decorated apartment, the one I had visualized for years. Everything I had ever wanted was there. the sunlight through the window, the smell of fresh coffee, the gentle hum of peace I had once prayed for. And yet, I felt lost, empty, almost homesick for my old life. That's when I realized the manifestation wasn't supposed to complete me. It was supposed to reveal me. It showed me the parts of myself that still needed love, healing, and grounding. Because once the dream arrives, you see everything within you that's not yet aligned with it. That's the real gift. When manifestation hits too hard, it's the universe saying, "You're ready, even if you don't think you are." It doesn't make mistakes. It never gives you something out of timing, but it will give you something that forces your growth. That's how balance works. You ask for expansion. The universe gives you the opportunity to expand. It may look like chaos. It may feel like too much. But every intense wave is simply calibrating your energy to the next level of abundance. When you're overwhelmed by what you manifested, the solution isn't to control more. It's to surrender deeper. Because manifestation isn't a magic trick, it's a co-creation. You do your part. The universe does its part. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting the process. Trusting that you're not being punished, but polished. Not being crushed, but carved into alignment. The universe doesn't want you to suffer. It wants you to expand. And sometimes, expansion feels like breaking before it feels like freedom. Receiving is a skill, one most of us were never taught. We're conditioned to chase, to work hard, to earn every good thing. So when manifestation delivers something quickly or powerfully, we panic. We feel unworthy. We question how it came so fast. But here's the truth. The universe responds not to your words, but to your state of being. When your vibration finally matches your desire, it has no choice but to appear. It's not luck, it's resonance. So when the blessings pour in, instead of asking, "Why me?" try asking, "How can I expand to hold this with grace?" That question opens the heart. It turns overwhelm into gratitude. It transforms too much into "I am ready." When manifestation hits too hard, it's not a breakdown. It's a rebirth. You're shedding the parts of yourself that can't survive in your next level. And that process feels emotional, uncertain, and raw. But if you let yourself flow with it, instead of resisting, you'll emerge renewed. You'll start to notice. You handle challenges with more ease. You speak with more confidence. You feel grounded even in abundance. That's integration. That's the new version of you taking form. And from that place, your next manifestations will come with calm, not chaos. Months later, I stopped chasing manifestations. I started living as if I already had everything I wanted, because, in truth, I did. The peace, the gratitude, the self-trust. That's what manifestation was always trying to teach me. It's not about calling things into your life. It's about remembering your power to create them, effortlessly, naturally, and consciously. When manifestation hits too hard, don't run. Don't shrink. Don't doubt. Take a deep breath and whisper to yourself, "This is what alignment feels like. I am expanding." You are not being overwhelmed. You are being upgraded. So if you're reading this and your manifestation just hit hard, remember, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just becoming the person who can handle what you asked for. Every intense emotion, every challenge, every moment of doubt is just energy transforming. Because when manifestation hits too hard, it's not punishment, it's proof. Proof that you're powerful enough to create realities and brave enough to live them. I'm safe in my success. I trust the timing and balance of the universe. My blessings are aligned with my readiness. I expand with ease and grace. I am grateful, grounded, and guided. Manifestation is not a destination. It's a continuous dance between who you are and who you are becoming. And sometimes, the universe turns the volume all the way up, just to show you how powerful you truly are.